All right. We are live. Welcome to week 8. Week 8 of the NFL, man. It is crazy how fast these past 2 weeks have gone, but at the same time, this has been one fun NFL season already. But how's everyone doing? Welcome to week 8 of the NFL. Getting in SoFi. So, as stated as what I've mentioned in both predictions and as stated in the description, there is a chance that this is the last well, maybe not last game because obviously there's next week. With the trade deadline fastly approaching, there has been rumors circulating about both Cooper Kupp and Matthew Stafford potentially being on the move. So this could be the last games for them wearing those Ram horns. The good news is Puka Nacua is also back for the Rams. So this is also Kupp's first game back since his injury earlier this season. So it is weird that those rumors were circulating as soon as he returned, but the Rams have been a little bit of a disappointment this season at 2-4, and now playing a really good team in the Minnesota Vikings who are looking to bounce back hard after a very tough loss to the Lions. Should be a pretty solid game. Should be a good one. I realized this while earlier today while making the graphics for all this. I forgot that I could just use this logo instead for the Rams instead of their actual primary. I much prefer the Ram head logo. This looks so much better than that LA bullshit. It's like I don't know why I completely forgot about this one because I already don't use the official logo, like the official primary logos for a few teams. So I'm like, I don't know why I didn't do this for the Rams earlier, but I did now, and it looks so much better already. The kickoff approaching momentarily. Again, should be a good one. Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, they're both playing today. Matthew Stafford has some weapons finally. The defense played well against the Raiders last week, but at the same time, it was also the Raiders who they played last week, so a little grain of salt there as we await kickoff. The Vikings will be getting ball first in this one. The logo's literally in the end zone for this game. Flash. That would be a touchback in the end zone. The Vikings will be getting from the 30. Man, I do have Minnesota winning this game, so it should be good. Like the Rams are fully allowed to use this logo. I don't know why they don't. Or at least want to have it more as a staple. They used to be their midfield logo, and now it's just relegated to being an end zone logo, and I don't get it. Well, no, this style of Ram head logo belongs to LA. Because they had a really old 40s throwback that looked very similar to this. Darnold going to hand this off up the middle to Aaron Jones for the first play of the game. It's going to gain about 5. Yeah. back in the 40s, they had one that looked very similar to this, but more, I want to say cartoonish, but definitely more bone looking. This is an updated version of it. Yeah, it's the style of Ramhead logo that St. Louis used, they're never going to touch again. They're just going to stick to this style. All right, 2nd and 5, Darnold under center, back behind him, looking to throw. Quick pass left side is going to be caught by Justin Jefferson up to about the 44-45, enough for a Minnesota first down. I'm like, I don't know why they don't make. I just don't get the Rams branding decisions when it comes to logos and shit. Because when they first got to St. Louis, they did not have that great of a logo. Eventually, they settled on the Ram head, and that looked really good. You have the current bullshit. Darnold under center, back behind him. Three receiving options to the right side. Going to hand this off to Aaron Jones, going to make a man miss and take it towards the right side. And going to be brought down close to the plus 46-ish. Might be just shy of the first down. Definitely realizing I need to adjust the Viking logo a bit. There you go. Handoff up the middle once again, and it's going to be enough for a first down with a gain of 4 by Aaron Jones. I'm already beginning to brainstorm ideas for a new scoreboard to be unveiled at the Super Bowl. Because we're going to do that style. As much as I like how this one is, I definitely have ideas to mix things up. All right, Darnold under center, back behind him. 1st and 10 from the plus 42. Going to play action, look to throw. Has time, going to throw it left side and going to be caught inside the 25 at the 24. That's Justin Jefferson. Beautifully placed ball in between 4 defenders. And there is a Ram player down on the ground after that one. So, that's a beautifully layered throw. Just simple corral that's placed really well. All right, so 1st and 10 after that one. And we might be heading to a commercial break. The commercial break. Yeah, we're going to do a small break here real quick. And first drive, someone going down. Hate to see it. Again, this Vikings offense is already playing up to form for them. Like, they're playing well and efficient. Because it's just the first drive. It's very hard to judge how a game's going to go based off of that first drive. I mean, we've had plenty of instances with things being vastly different in the game compared to first drives. When the okay. So again, Dell by the jersey. The Panthers are also on right now. Have them the game on in the background for this. And I realized they scored to go up 3-1, and now there's a fight breaking out. That game's crazy. But they had a good matchup against the Rangers today. Yeah, but we're still at a break here, commercial break, due to an injury timeout. Again, injuries are terrible to see, and on the first drive of the game as well, definitely sucks. Football as well. All right, he's being helped off. Cam Curl being helped off the field, and hopefully everything's all right. It's not too serious. As Minnesota, ball on the plus 25. Darnold under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right side. Going to hand this off up the middle for Aaron Jones. He's going to work his way for a gain of 3 up to the 22. And just keeping it simple. Yeah, the Vikings score on this first drive, and then their defense and give their defense a shot to do something. And this Vikings defense is a fantastic defensive unit. Darnold in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receiving options to the left side. Going to send Jordan Addison in motion from left to right. Darnold looking to throw. Has plenty of time. Going to pass over the middle. Wide open inside the 5 is Justin Jefferson. And brought down near the 4. This is the first drive of the game, and you're already leaving Justin Jefferson way too open. Especially if you can't get quick pass rush here. Like, it can't happen. Like, route wasn't even anything special. It was just an inbreaker and went to perfection. All right, Darnold under center, back behind him. First and goal from the 5, going to play action, looking to throw. Has plenty of time. Pass left side, wide open. Touchdown, Minnesota. That was the easiest first drive touchdown I've probably ever seen. As that drive was capped off with, let me make sure I get this name correct. That was Josh Oliver on the touchdown grab. Nice, just simple block and release. A block and release drag route went way too well. Those crossing routes are doing wonders for Minnesota as the extra point is up and good. All right, 10:43 to play in this one. As the Rams will have a shot now to respond for their first drive of the game. I do expect, though, like, that's as good as a start as you're going to want from Minnesota. Get the ball first, get on the board first. Allow your defense to play with a lead instantly. Like, a defensive game plan is vastly different whether you're playing with a lead, a game tied, or a deficit to it. Again, as good as a first drive as you would want from Minnesota. Like, just really well played. All right, kickoff underway. And this is going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Rams will begin this drive from the 30, their first drive of the game. And there is Matthew Stafford taking the field. Also, his legacy is pretty much in stone already after getting that Super Bowl his first year here in LA. But he's still going, still playing some pretty solid football. Hasn't had the great season thus far, but he gets Kyron Williams back, he gets Cooper Kupp back, and he gets Puka Nacua back this week. Let's see how things go. Stafford in shotgun, back behind him. Three receivers to the left, gonna send one of them in motion. Looking to throw a quick pass left side. It's caught by an open. Nope. Thought it was caught for a second, but Puka Nacua couldn't hang on and it just dropped. He had plenty of space to run if he was able to hang on. Well, not a great first play there. He hangs on to it for he just never has full possession, but that's with him the entire way. All right, Stafford alone in shotgun, three receivers to the right, two to the left. Gonna send Cooper Kupp in motion from left to right and looking to throw. Quick pass left side for Nacua. Going to make one man miss, make a second, and going to fight his way for a gain of about 13 for an LA first down. I like it. Drop the first one, go right back to him with a simple screenplay and get some confidence back up. Yeah, it was a good fake screen to the right and just simply dump it off to the left. Gets a defense move in. Stafford on the center, back behind him. Going to hand this off and up the middle. Room to run for Kyren Williams. Going to get past midfield and finally brought down at about the plus 44. So much room to run there at the line. Like, damn good blocking. All right, Stafford, shotgun, back behind him. Three receivers to the right. First and 10, ball on the 44. Going to send a receiver in motion from right to left. Stafford looking to throw. Pass left side is going to be caught for a quick gain of about 5, maybe 6, up to the 38-yard line. Let me see. That was Tyler Johnson on the reception. All right, keeping it simple. Ended up getting a 6 on that play, moving the ball well down the field against this pretty solid, against this really good Vikings defense, more so. All right, 2nd and 4. Need to get the snap off quick. Stafford in shotgun, and they're not going to be able to. The Rams call their first timeout. Don't like that happening at home. Especially first drive of the game as well. Like, not the greatest to be breaking the huddle with 5 seconds left on the play clock. All right, so 2nd and 4. And if they're showing stats of that dominant Minnesota defense, 11 interceptions already. 3rd in the NFL in sacks. Stafford under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. 2nd and 4. Gonna play action, looking to throw. Quick pass left side for a screenplay to Puka Nacua. Gonna get the first down and a whole lot more. Inside the 20, finally brought down in about the 16, maybe the 17. Those screenplays are working. Just force Minnesota to tackle in space. Doing a good job with motions and the disguises. So Stafford on the center, back behind him, two receiving options to each side. And they're going to hand this off to Kyren Williams, who does a nice job finding a lane, going to get upfield to inside the 15 and about the 13 with a flag down after the play. Or late on that one at the very least, depending. Minnesota got good penetration instantly on that one, but Kyren Williams, good job making 2 people miss and forcing a face mask. So tack on half the distance to the goal. It'll put half the distance to the goal. It'll put LA at about the 7-ish yard line. No, maybe 6. So it's first and goal either way. But yeah, ball on the 7. Stafford on the center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. I'm going to send a man in motion, right to left. Where they hand this off to Kyron Williams up the middle, and he gets inside the 5 to about the 4.5-ish. And just keep it simple. You get in the red zone. Obviously, you kind of do. You have that feeling of needing to score to kind of match how good the offense was for Minnesota on their first drive. So we'll see. Second and goal, ball on, about the 5. Just under 7 minutes to play. Stafford and shotgun, back behind him. 3 receivers to the right. Man sent in motion from right to left. Stafford looking to throw. Gonna pass back at the end zone, incomplete. Looking for Cooper Kupp. And no flag on the play. I don't hate that decision. I just feel like the ground game was working well at this point. Would have liked to at least see a better. Would have at least liked to see play action there. But throw was kind of off target. There's definitely an argument for DPI on that one. Just the refs didn't call it. And entering tonight, Stafford is 1 for 12 throwing into the end zone. Jeez. Stafford and shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. As he looks to throw once more. Quick pass over the middle, wide open, caught Kyron Williams. The Rams are an extra point away from tying this one up. Just again, back-to-back great opening drives for these teams. Like, you did what you wanted to do. You moved the ball down the field how you wanted the ball to be moved. Good job against these defenses. The key thing for the Rams was to get Kyron Williams, Puka Nacua, and Cooper Kupp involved in some way, get them used to being back out on the field as the extra point is up and good. Yeah, 6:38 to play, tie game in LA after both teams score on their opening drive. It's solid football. Not much else to it. Just some damn good football from both offenses. All right, that brings us to a commercial break. What can the Cats do on the final bits of this power play? Not much. Got it. I mean, still up 3-1 over the Rangers right now. It's fantastic. Yep, for those tuning in, again, I'm rocking the Panthers jersey in part because I don't have a jersey for either of these teams playing right now. And also, Panthers are playing right now as well. I gotta say, they're looking good against the Rangers. As if we're at commercial break, so I'm not missing anything. Again, so far looking like a great game. But again, first drive, typically the easier ones to score on, as those are the scripted drives. Essentially, it's just the first 15 or so plays. Most teams know exactly what they're going to run and what they want to go into. So those are the ones that you kind of expected to be able to do really well on and score on. Man, the NBA started back up. Are there games tonight for that? I know the Heat did not do well last night. Hey, Pitt's up 24-0 over Syracuse. Let's go. Oh yeah, Boston's wiping the floor with Washington, and then San Antonio's playing Dallas well right now. All right, kickoff underway. And this is going to be out the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings will begin with ball at the 30. I was Benny. He scored the third one for Florida. Cool. All right, so Minnesota's first drive of the game, again, went really well. Moved the ball down the field pretty effectively through both the air and the ground. See if they can keep up to it. That's an understatement. Is that Boston-Washington game really bad? I have not tuned into it at all today. I didn't even realize the NBA was on. We're going to try handoff up the middle for Aaron Jones. Going to go nowhere. I mean, I'm not surprised. It's Boston-Washington. So I expected Boston to handle. I expect Boston to be able to handle shit. If if they weren't up big, that would be more surprising than anything. Like, yeah, if they weren't up big and say we're up by like 10 or some shit, that would. All right, Darnold shotgun back to each side for 2nd and 11. Gonna say Jones lost a yard there. Darnold looking to throw, pass right side, has a man open for the first down. That's Jordan Addison up to the 43, a gain of 13-ish on the play. Yeah, let me see. I mean, they're only about to be up like 20, so it's not that bad. If anything, I would expect Boston to be up by more. Jeez, Chris Paul has done nothing tonight. Oh, about the Heat? Yeah, that's true. Honestly, I forgot I even mentioned the Heat. For most I say I follow basketball, the Panthers have most of my focus right now. Darnold in shotgun, back behind him. Going to hand this off once again up the middle for Aaron Jones. Going to cut it right side and pick up about 7 on the play towards midfield. And he's like, again, I had the Heat game on in the background last night, but at the same time, I'm just like, it was against the Magic. I mean, they're a solid team on their own right. If anything, I was, from what I did see, I was upset that the fact that Khalil Ware came in way too late in that game. I felt like he should have gotten more backup minutes than he did. 2nd and 3, Darnold under center, play action looking to throw. And going to pass this over the middle, has Justin Jefferson open to about the plus 32. Yeah, that's fair. I have hockey up in the background as well. Mainly for like commercials and shit during those. I'll keep an eye on it. Yeah, because I missed what Benny's goal was. Was it a tip-in? Yeah, how's everyone's night going? As Minnesota 1st and 10 from the 31. Stafford under center, play action looking to throw. Rolling right has plenty of time and just going to keep it himself and sliding down near the 26, maybe the 25. Yeah, that would make. Again, we played the Rangers really well last year as well, so I'm not too surprised that we're playing well tonight. But it's still like a good feeling that the Panthers are playing really well right now. Because like I got this jersey at Game 6 against the Rangers last year. So handoff up the middle for Aaron Jones, breaks 1 tackle at the line of scrimmage and works his way up to about the first down. May have given him 4.5 on the play. So yeah, just shy of the first. Like we've played Boston really well so far this season as well. The main thing is we need to beat up on teams that we should be able to beat. QB sneak up the middle for Darnold to pick up the first down, gets about a yard, maybe 2, a yard and a half. Like watching that Sabres game from like a week ago at this point or so. Not great. Yeah, we were expected to get Barkov back on Monday, right, for that meeting. I'm excited for that to happen. I know there's talks that he might play Saturday, but not fully sure. All right, 1st and 10 from about the 20. Darnold under center, back behind him. Two receiving options to each side, going to look to throw. Pass right side is caught by Justin Jefferson for a gain of 5 up to the 15. Again, Minnesota having a great drive right now. I think I have the consistent thing though with Minnesota at least. Yeah, the LSU boys playing out tonight so far. Darnold in shotgun, back behind him, going to hand this off to Aaron Jones up the middle. He's gonna stumble his way for 4.5, maybe 5. It's gonna be close depending on the spot. Yeah, you got Jettas. What other LSU players are playing tonight? I know there's some others probably. Obviously, Jettas is the main one. Yep, saying Aaron Jones got enough for the first down. So 1st and goal from about the 10. Darnold under center, back behind him. Two receiving options to each side. And they're going to play action, looking to throw. Darnold with time. Pass left side, wide open. Trent Sherfield with the touchdown for Minnesota. I have not heard that name in a while. But really since week 18 of last year. But you know the point. Trent Sherfield, former Dolphin, getting in the action. Did not realize how many former Dolphins Minnesota has. But that Sherfield from the slant on a very similar looking crossing route to what Minnesota scored their first touchdown on. And with under a minute to play, the Vikings have a 7-point lead. Are we going to have a shootout tonight? I mean, I'll take it. Yep, that brings us to a commercial break. I say the more I've been watching a lot more Thursday night this year because of all this compared to what I normally do for the NFL, because in most instances Thursday night football just isn't that great. But I'm really loving this Prime Vision option that Thursday night football has. Being able to see basically an all 22 angle for the entire game is fantastic. And like all just on Twitch. Watch it for free on Twitch. That's what I do. Yep, we're at commercial. After Minnesota scores to take the lead. Nice. Again, I haven't tried Retro Bowl myself yet, or because I don't. I'm trying not to play as many sports games as I used to. I think I got Daniel Jones throwing dimes. If only, man. If only. If Daniel Jones was even just a competent quarterback, or if the Giants had just a competent O line, I feel like the Giants would be a really good team, or at least a better team than what they are now. Uh, and they're showing highlights from that Super Bowl 56. All good for, hey, if it works, it works. It don't matter. Don't always need the massive money name guys. As long as there's someone that can, as long as someone that can put the ball where it needs to be. Kickoff's gonna be down in the end zone for a touchback. I mean, like, look, Sam Darnold is in fucking MVP conversations. He's making what, like under 10 million this year. A lot of times, guys, you need to be given a shot in a proper system. Bob Flash. All right, Stafford under center, back behind him, two receiving options to each side. Be on the lookout for burnt toast in the stadium. We all know that feeling well. Darnold looking to throw pass left side, going to be caught by Nakua and going to get the first down. Gain of about 16 up to the 46. Maybe we only gain a 15. Either way, that's a Rams first down. Danny Dimes MVP. If only. If Daniel Jones even played to half that level in real life, the Giants would probably be in contention for a playoff spot consistently. I do wonder how bad like the injuries he's dealt with over the past like 2 years have come with that. All right, Stafford in shotgun, back behind him, three receivers to the left, looking to throw. Quick pass left side, going to be dropped by Cooper Kupp. Not the greatest of throws, a little behind. We're only going to gain about 4 or 5. So 10 seconds left to play in the first. Is a second and 10 coming up. Well, he got signed to the Chargers, right? So it's LA nonetheless. Yeah, I mean, and I feel like the injuries that Daniel Jones have faced have not been looked at by like the media and the fans in the same way that some other players has. Like, cause like he was really solid. There has to be some reason why he just fell off a cliff. The Rams call their second timeout already. I think I found a team with worse clock management in Miami. Like 10 seconds left in the first quarter, and you're already calling your second timeout. Jeez. All right, Stafford and shotgun back to his left. Three receiving options to the left. Gonna send one of them in motion. Stafford looking to throw. Gonna dump it off left side to Kyron Williams. Makes one man miss. Makes a second man miss. And works his way for a gain of about 4 up to the 49-yard line. And that's the end of the first quarter. So after 50 minutes of play, this has been a pretty solid game so far already. I mean, the Raiders are such a weird team as well because on paper they should have been such a better team to begin the season, and hell, they were a solid team to like fully properly begin the year. I mean, that win against Baltimore was a great win, and like Gardner Minshew on paper should have been good enough for that team to be really competitive, but just wasn't enough. And now with Devontae being traded, hard to tell what the future looks like for Vegas. It's just weird. But again, there's certain teams in the NFL that when they're good, it makes the league better as a whole. When the Raiders are good, when the when the Raiders are good, when the Rams are kind of the Rams, more so when the 49ers are good. Uh, when any New York team really, I mean Buffalo's kind of good now, but they're not considered like a New York team, even though they're the only team actually in New York. Yeah, he probably will. And I do feel like that would help out the team, but they're going to need a receiver alongside him as well from this draft, probably. Yeah, like their current receiving room is nothing special. I mean, Jacoby Myers is all right. That Brock Bowers and Michael Mayer are quality tight ends. Them not bringing back Hunter Renfrow and no one having signed Hunter Renfrow yet makes no sense to me. Because I feel like he still has another year or two left in the tank of playing some really good football when it comes to like the route running department. So I don't get that aspect of it. And I just don't know what Tom Telesco is doing. And hell, I don't even think Tom Telesco knows what he's doing there. Because like he built the Chargers well, he just didn't have a coach alongside it. And that was like, yeah, it's first off season and everything, but I don't know what the Raiders' plan is to build a team, or like what their identity is going to be in the future. I mean, that is a big thing. Like when you get a new GM and you get a new head coach, not only do you need them to agree on like what positions from that previous roster that they're inheriting or need to be fixed, they need to agree on an identity. I don't think they are. Stafford and shotgun back to his right, two receivers to each side. 3rd and 7, looking for about the plus 44. Shifted it back to his left, and 3 receivers now to the right. Stafford looking to throw. Minnesota sending pressure. Gets picked up well. Pass over the middle is incomplete. Nakua gets laid out trying to make that pass, but there's a flag over more so near the middle of the field. Yeah, exactly. They could go Xavier Shepo. Holding on Minnesota's the call. 5 yards, automatic first down. And Devontae Adams was the perfect receiver for the Raiders, and it just sucks that they never fully capitalized on having him. Because like he's a receiver that I feel like embodies what the Raiders are as a franchise. They're gritty. They're gritty. They're more so physical than they are speed wise. They're not afraid to go up and just moss anyone in their way. Handoff left side for Kyrie Williams on 1st and 10. Great blocking on that side. Going to pick up a massive gain inside the 30 to about the 28. Like, I feel like Antonio Pierce knows that the identity of the team needs to be more so traditional Raiders focused, which is very physical. I wouldn't necessarily say smash mouth, but when it comes to the receivers and the tight ends and hell even the running backs, it's more so power and physicality over speed, which Mike Mayock did not do that well with Gruden. I don't know what Telesco's plan is when it comes to him and Antonio Pierce's plan together for this team, but when the Raiders started focusing more on speed than talent, that's when it really started fucking up. Handoff right side now for the Rams, going to get about a yard, maybe 2, with Blake Corum, the back. No, it won't be Vegas' division yet, because the Chiefs are still there. But you look back on that, what was it, 22 offseason? The 21-22 off, like whenever the offseason where they traded for Devontae Adams. That was supposed to be the offseason for the AFC West to become a really good division. Did not work out that way. Stafford looking to throw in 2nd and 9. Quick pass right side. Caught by Nakua for the first down and more inside the 15 to about the 30. Well, he won't be playing necessarily against Cam Ward, playing against that Raiders defense, which is still a very big question mark. Like the Raiders, I feel like need to become a more defensive focused team. And you have that in place with having Antonio Pierce being the head coach. He's a defensive minded guy. Again, you look back on that offseason where it's like Real quick. Stafford on the center, back behind him, 1st and 10 from about the 14. Gonna hand this off left side for Nakua, gonna get inside the 10 to about the 7. But it's that offseason where Devontae Adams gets traded to the Raiders, Russell Wilson and Randy Gregory go to Denver. And then the Chargers get, what was it, Khalil Mack? Was it that offseason they got him? Or it was JC Jackson. And now none of those players are still on those respective teams. And it was a waste of an offseason. And in that same time, the Chiefs have won 2 Super Bowls. Like, it's just. Oh, but Miami better kill FSU this week. Stafford and shotgun back to his left. And on 2nd and 3, going to hand this off up the middle for Kyron Williams, who's going to gain about a yard on the play. Like, it's not in the background tonight, but just off to the side is my UCF jersey. And even though they had like a year for UCF primarily, still UM at heart. All right, 3rd and 2. Just about 11 and a half to play in this first half. And the Rams were in a moment where we kind of need a touchdown on this. Stafford and shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the right side as well. Need to get the snap off in time, and they just don't. Delay of game on the Rams. What is this clock management? I swear, it feels like I'm watching the Dolphins here. What is this? They're calling it false start instead on the Rams. That like the Wizards only being down by 25 feels low, but at the same time, like it feels high, but at the same time, it's like Celtics should be up by more. All right, 3rd and 7 now. Stafford and shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the right side. You get to about the 4-yard line, you pick up a new set of downs. Stafford looking to throw, has time. Pass right side is bad. Pass right side's incomplete. Looking for Cooper Kupp, and there's a flag down on the play. I thought that ball was tipped. Nah, they're saying pass interference on Stephon Gilmore. I forgot he was a Minnesota Viking this season. What? I forgot that was their Pat Pete replacement. Oh yeah, no, that is DPI. I just was confused because I thought the ball was tipped at first. It just wasn't a great pass. All right, so new set of downs. 1st and goal from the 6. Just under 11 minutes to play. Stafford under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Then the tight end in motion from right to left as they hand this off for Kyron Williams up the middle. And he's going to maybe lose a yard, maybe get back to the line of scrimmage. Just not a lot going on that one. When it comes to the NBA games tonight, I'm kind of more so focused on that Spurs Mavs game. In part because I'm curious on how the duo of Wemby and CP are going to be playing, and the answer is not well right now. Yeah, of course Bobby's going to. I fucking love Bobrovsky. 2nd and goal from the 7. Stafford and shotgun looking to throw. Going to escape pressure to his left. Escapes it twice somehow. Throws end zone. Caught Cooper Kupp touchdown. What? Matthew Stafford, man. I forget. It's so easy to forget how good of a fucking pocket manipulator Stafford is. In part because he's also a great job of getting the ball out quick. Maybe it's like when I was first getting into hockey, it makes 2 defenders miss in the backfield, jeez, and Kupp wide open back of the end zone. When I was first fully watching the Panthers consistently, it was Bobrovsky that made me stick around because man, he's a fantastic goalie. All right, the extra point is up and good, and we got a tie game with 10 minutes to play. And Matthew Stafford, man, I feel like at this point, with how many times this has been said, it's probably not true anymore. But he is one of the most underrated quarterbacks from the 2010s. In part because he played for the Lions, but man, is he a damn good quarterback. And him having since like been traded to LA, winning a ring there, and just still being Matthew Stafford in LA, like he's been able to shine a lot more. Like man, go back to some of those Lions. Like go back to like 2012. What was it 2012 was Megatron's big year, or was it 13? Whatever Megatron's big year is, go back and look at some of Stafford's highlights from that year. 2016, Stafford had a great year as well. I remember that. I remember that for sure. Like Stafford in Detroit was a different beast. Welcome in. Hey, I'm open for a great game, but I do have the Vikings winning. My pick'ems. I do have Minnesota. I will say that. In part because like I thought Minnesota's defense would be playing better than they are right now. I mean, back-to-back scoring drives given up. Like Minnesota's defense is typically a lot better than this. Yeah, Brett commercial after that Rams touchdown. You know, just like some overall really impressive play from both offenses so far. All right, the Black Friday game. The Raiders play the Chiefs. 3 p.m. kickoff. Honestly, I could see. I've said that today could be this week between the Chiefs and Raiders could be a trap game for the Chiefs. That one in KC, maybe. 'Cause I mean, like the Raiders have beat the Chiefs with a lot less talent than they do now on the defense side of the ball. All right, kickoffs to basically the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings will begin from the 30. Wait, no, it wasn't last year. It was 2 years ago, right? The Christmas Day game between the Chiefs and the Raiders, where the Raiders won despite throwing for like 5 yards. In part because Zamir White had a fantastic day. All right, Darnold in shotgun, back to his left, two receiving options to each side. Gonna send the man in motion from right to left, and Darnold's going to be stopped by the refs throwing a flag. Most likely false start on the Vikings on that right side of the line. Yep, false start on Minnesota. All right. Okay, not bad. I mean, don't like a false start to begin a drive, but I mean, Minnesota's offense should be able to bounce back from this. Again, they've been playing pretty well so far today. So Darnold alone in shotgun. Gonna look to throw quick pass right side's incomplete with flags flying. Can't tell if that was miscommunication or what, but just not a great decision. It is on Minnesota again. They're gonna call illegal formation this time. What is Chris Paul's stat line right now? 077. Like what? Also, Igor just fucking robbed Florida right there on that power play. Fucking hell. All right, 2nd and 15. Darnold in shotgun. Back to his left. 3 receiving options to the right side. Clock tick. Play clock is ticking. Darnold, quick pass left side for Justin Jefferson. Green play gonna get up to about the 31 gain of 6. All right. I mean, this game could come down to a team having a poor drive, and this ain't looking great for Minnesota right now. All right, 3rd and 9. Darnold, shotgun, back to his left. 2 receivers to each side. Gonna send a receiver in motion left to right. Darnold looking to throw. Going to pass it right side, but hit while throwing, and he spikes it into the dirt. Incomplete. 4th and 9 coming up. And that's going to force a punt. So 3 and out. After 4 straight combined scoring drives, we have our first punt of the day. With a 3 and out by Minnesota. All right, punt comes off clean. And this is a great punt. Inside the 10s where the return will begin. And brought down about the 12th. What a punt. Holy shit. But if Swaggy just waits a split second longer and gets a little bit more to that right, that is the easiest goal of his career, probably. Like, so close. Again, Florida's up 3-1 anyway, but would have liked that one. Because Igor was also falling forward there. It wasn't the easiest of saves. The Brett commercial after the 3 and out by Minnesota. Oh, Chris Paul finally got points. That's cool. Oh, Pitt and Syracuse, man, that's a 31-0 lead for Pitt. Jeez. Yep, sell a commercial. And they just show that save again by just start getting on that power play. This is a pretty long commercial break over here in Thursday Night Football. Jeez. All right, here we go. Back from commercial. The Rams, a perfect opportunity. Perfect opportunity to take their first lead of the day. I love it. Is so hilarious every time I hear it, but I love the fact that Al Michaels refuses to have veggies. Stafford going to hand this off right side for Blake Corum, and he's going to gain a yard on the play up to about the 13. I mean, Running outside zone for Blake Corums don't feel right. As he's 2nd and 9. Darnold, shotgun, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Gonna send a man in motion, right to left, looking to throw. And flag coming in late, going to call the play dead for a false start on the Rams. Jeez. So again, after 2 fantastic drives by both offenses, things are starting to settle down a bit, it seems. And then that's to be expected. You're not going to have an entire game that is just touchdown drive after touchdown drive. Although the Rams were a part of one of those kind of games a few years back. Stafford shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Going to send one of them in motion from right to left. Quick pass, left side Cooper Kupp. Screen play going to work his way to about the initial line of scrimmage, close to about the 12. So it'll be a 3rd and 10 coming up. Backed up inside their own 15. About 7.5 to play. What's up? Stafford in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Looking to throw in 3rd and 10. Plenty of time. Going to escape to his right and just chuck it incomplete. Throw away near the check down man. And there's a flag on the play. Are they gonna call roughing the passer here? No shot, right? Hands to the face on Minnesota. So 5 yards and automatic first. Wow. You can't be making that kind of mistake. I mean, yeah, it's in that area. Okay, yeah, that angle shows it better. He gets underneath the face mask. Okay, I see it. So 1st and 10, Stafford under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. And they're going to hand this off up the middle for Blake Corum. That's going to get up to about the 22. Yeah, it just feels like he's much more of a between the tackles type of runner. All right, 2nd down. Probably what, 2nd and 5 coming up? Yeah, 2nd and 5. Stafford under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. And there's going to be a flag pre-snap. It's false start again on LA. Jeez. How many false starts we're going to have tonight? Yeah, that's clear. All right, Stafford and shotgun, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. And they're going to hand this off up the middle for Kyron Williams. Some good blocking, going to get up to about the 25, a gain of 8. But there's a flag on the play. Throughout the past 2 drives alone, there's been a shit ton of penalties. Holden on LA. Oh, man. Just drive killers. All it is, drive killers for no reason. But yeah, that's a clear Holden. I mean, it doesn't have an impact on the play, which makes it so much more confusing. All right, Stafford and shotgun back to his right, looking to throw. Quick pass right side screenplay. And Kyron Williams going to be brought down inside the 10 for a loss of 2. Andrew Van Ginkel on the tackle. So a 3rd and 18 coming up now for LA. I mean, bad penalties being taken here. Stafford and shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the left side as well. Going just hand this off up the middle for Kyron Williams. He gets to about the 22. And that would be 4th down. What is basically just a 3 and out for the Rams. Because the one time they did get an extra set of downs, it was just illegal hands to the face. All right, you good, Bob Flash. Have a good night. Even if you're also listening. Take care. All right, punt comes off clean. And this is going to be returned beginning from about the 37-ish. Goes up to past the 40 to about the 43. And that brings us to another commercial. All right. Again, after 4 fantastic drives from both sides, like 2 each, it's just back-to-back 3 and outs, basically. And that's just goes to show those first 2 drives, they don't tell the full story at all about how the game could go. Again, I feel this could be a really solid game. So far, it's living up to that. Yep, ad commercial, not missing anything. Again, what should be, well, we got like 7-ish minutes left, maybe a little more. Got a decent bit of time remaining. That's for sure. Because we're still at commercial. Why do I feel like the commercials on Thursday Night Football are longer than on the actual broadcast? Yep. Should be coming out commercial though here shortly. Oh, yep, there we go. Showing the tale of Sam Darnold right now, from 3rd overall pick in New York to Carolina quarterback for 2 years to backing up in San Francisco last year to now being the savior of Minnesota. All right, here we go. Darnold under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left side. Going to send the receiver in motion from left to right. Play action, looking to throw. And going to be sacked back at the 31. Jared Verse, the rookie out of FSU, gets the sack. And like Darnold had a good chunk of time there to get a throw off, but just good defense down the field. Yep, that's which is a great sack there. All right, 2nd and 20. 4 minutes to go in this half. Darnold in shotgun, back to each side, going to look to throw once again. And flags fly before the snap. And it's going to be false start again. Yep, false start in Minnesota. How come through the first 4 drives of this game, there was like 1, maybe 2 penalties? And since then, it feels like it has tripled. All right, so 2nd and 25 now for Minnesota. Darnold in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers to each side, looking to throw. Pressure comes in quick, escaping to his left, looking downfield still, and just going to launch one incomplete. Yes. Again, great first 2 drives for Minnesota and for both teams, but since then, not a whole lot. That is a really good pass stunt. Taking advantage of that left guard. All right, 3rd and 25. Darnold's alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. 3.5 to play in this half. And they get the snap off in time, looking to throw. Rams only sending 3. Pass right side's going to be caught, but nowhere near close to the first. And that's a Minnesota 3 and out. The defense is starting to step up a bit. After an offensive first quarter, this one can be summed up by the defensive play. All right, punt comes off clean and going to be fair caught at about the 11-yard line. Minnesota got one hell of a punter being able to flip the field like this. All right. So this is a mini 30-second break here, it seems the broadcast is doing. All right, see what the Rams can do on this next drive. And so far tonight, Matthew Stafford's been playing pretty well. So for this next drive, first play, Stafford under center, back behind him, two receiving options to each side. Ball on the 11. Stafford handoff left side for Kyron Williams and going to work his way up to the 15, a gain of 4. All right, 2.5 to play. Final play before the 2-minute warning coming up. Stafford in shotgun, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Stafford looking to throw. Pass over the middle is caught for the first down and a gain of 8-ish. And that brings us to the 2-minute warning. Let's see, that was caught by Colby Parkinson. And it'll be a 1st and 10 for LA when we come back from this 2-minute commercial break. Well, 2-minute warning commercial break. Yeah, first quarter, all offense. Both teams playing really well in that side, in that aspect. And then the second quarter became a defensive focus showing. Both defenses locked in, started playing really well. And that leaves us with 14-14 game with 2 minutes to play in the half. Once again, Rams with the ball, final 2 minutes of the half. They have ball on the 20-ish. Not great field position if you want to do something quick here. Especially with only the one timeout. Why are they showing highlights from Steelers Jets last week? I mean, that was a solid game. It's a Little Caesars commercial, okay. Right, here we go. Just back from commercial. Stafford, shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on the 23. And Stafford's going to hand this off. But Kyren Williams, right side, has a lane. Going to get a gain of 12 up to the 35-yard line. Hey, that would do it. So Stafford, shotgun once again, back to his right. Looking to throw this time. 1st and 10. Going to escape to his right. And going to just shovel this to Kyren Williams, who's going to get out of bounds after a gain of 6.5-ish. Definitely feels like it would be more effective to just take it yourself there. But, okay, you want the passing yards, I get it. That weird shovel pass, but that just felt unnecessary, but it looked cool. 2nd and 4, Stafford shotgun back to his left, 2 receivers to each side. And they're going to hand this off up the middle for Kyren Williams. He's going to fight his way for a gain of about 5 and an LA first down. Might have gotten 5.5 on that. All right, 1:10 to play. Stafford shotgun back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Looking to throw. Quick pass left side for Cooper Kupp is caught, and he'll be tagged down at midfield. Oh, and now there is a flag on the play. Okay. And they picked up the flag, it seems. Seemed like initially they threw it for roughing the passer, but then they picked it up. No, he didn't. He wasn't going low intentionally. He got pushed. Okay, that's a good pickup for the flag. All right, Stafford looking to throw in 2nd and 6. Quick pass left side is batted away, incomplete. Stephon Gilmore on the coverage. So 3rd and 6, 47 seconds. Stafford, shotgun, back to his left. 2 receivers to each side. Going to send a man in motion. Looking to throw. Has time. Gonna pass a attempt to pass the left side, but tipped at the line, incomplete. So now 4th and 6. At about midfield, probably just punt this one away. But Vikings do have all 3 timeouts. Yep, doing the smart thing, just punting this one away. Trying to pin Minnesota deep. Punt comes off clean. And this is going to bounce inside the 5 and be down at about the 6. What a punt. Great job pinning Minnesota deep. Oh, and now there's a flag on the play. What is it? Holding on Minnesota. And the Panther game just ended, and it's official. Sergei Bobrovsky, 400th win, fastest in NHL history to get to 400. Love to fucking see it, Bobby. So ball on the 3 because of the holding call. Darnold under center, going to hand this off up the middle for Aaron Jones. He's going to get to about the 5, 30 seconds and kicking. Oh, and there's a Viking down in pain. Yeah, but Bobby played really well. The entire team played well. I mean, it's Christian Darrisaw. Hate to see a player go down like that, man. Just especially someone like Darrisaw, who's a really good left tackle. Just wishing the best. Gonna be like the entire team played well tonight for the Panthers. Like right at the get go, Lundell scored damn near instantly. Oh, Darrisaw got rolled up on bad. Oh, that sucks. Fuck. Ooh. Yeah, that's not good for Christian Darrisaw. Oh, man, that sucks. So 21 seconds left in the half. Minnesota forced to use their first timeout due to an injury timeout, and that brings us to a quick commercial break. Yeah, Bobby got his 400th win. Fastest ever to 400 wins. Fantastic. Who do the Cats play next? What, they play Saturday, is it? Oh, they play the Islanders. Cool. Should be a good game. Yeah, back commercial still. And just you hate to see players go down. I haven't seen anything yet. Yeah, no updates just yet about if they're doing anything for this. He's being helped off. He's being helped off the field, going straight to the locker room. And you hate to see players go down. He's taking it. Where's a cart? Why can't we get him a cart? Why do we have to have him gingerly walk in over to the locker room? Just get a cart. I don't get it. All right, so after that, the Vikings are just gonna knee this one down and send it to halftime, where the Rams will get ball to begin the second half in a tied game. 30 minutes to play. Oh boy. You have commercial, we're at halftime. So I know this is more so a joke, more so than anything, but the new Call of Duty did release today. Well, technically tomorrow, but today. And Miami just so happens to be playing Arizona this week. And I'm not saying we're gonna win because of that, but I'm saying I mean, like this week of the NFL should be a pretty solid week. Uh, what's the big? Atlanta, Tampa should still be a good game, even without Mike Evans or Chris Godwin. Buffalo, Seattle, I can see being a great game. Chicago, Washington should be a good game, even without Jaden Daniels, because I still feel like Washington's going to be a solid team in that one. Philly, Cincy, maybe that's a tight game, but not necessarily a good game. Dallas, San Francisco should be really good. And yeah, that about it. But I mean, again, week 8, 2 months in, some teams trying to still keep their seasons alive and save their seasons. Other teams trying to call in a bunch of others, trying to figure out how they could be sellers. So especially with the fact that the trade deadline was pushed back a week, I feel like this is going to be a massive week when it comes down to exactly what we're going to see at the deadline. And I know most of the deadline moves that have already happened. Amari Cooper got traded, Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins. But I doubt those are the only like big time moves that are going to be made. And again, the trade deadline got pushed back to right after week 9. So it's going to be interesting to see kind of how that changes, how this week plays out, how week 9 plays out. So again, could be pretty interesting. Okay. Obviously the biggest trades have happened. Devontae Adams being traded to the Jets. So far after 1 week, not the big of an impact. Amari Cooper to the Bills was a bigger impact. And I do think this is a great first week to have DeAndre Hopkins in KC. Going against the Raiders, a team that, in theory, the Chiefs don't need to fully try to fully put in a lot of effort to beat. In part because their defense will win this game for them, most likely, if anything, so they can just purely focus on building that chemistry between Mahomes and Hopkins. Like, it's should be interesting to see how stuff plays out. Be like, so far tonight, though, be kicking off week 8, a really good game. Really solid game. So again, I'm interested to see kind of how both teams play this going into the second half. I do think the Rams are in the better spot, getting a ball to begin the half, and this game being tied to begin with. But like, again, after those first 4 drives combined, in a defensive focus game. So how is that going to evolve into the second half in this third quarter? It would be interesting. Yep, we're still at halftime. Oh yeah, and that's right. Next week is Jets Texans Thursday night football. I forgot about that. I have no idea how that game would play out. I I feel like that game on paper should be a great game, but with how the Jets have played this season, like at the same time, like the Texans haven't been playing the greatest this season. We'll see how they do. We'll see how they match up against Indy for the second time. Yep, we still at halftime. Still our halftime. I think this first drive of the second half is going to be a big deciding factor. Like if it still remains a defensive game, or if the Rams can start kind of setting the tone going forward. Yep, so at halftime, what's most likely going to be a great second half of the first half's end the indication. This game could come down to the wire. The college basketball season is starting up soon. Kyle McCord is not having a good night, is he? Yep, still at halftime. So we shall see. Should be coming out of it pretty shortly, I would imagine. Yeah, great second half. Great second half. Great second half. Our imagines coming up here shortly. There's a different level of irony I feel that the main montage or like slideshow, whatever you call that the NFL uses leading into like the start of a half or out of a break sometimes is a flash through of all legendary running backs throughout the history of the NFL. Only for the running back position to be a pretty much embarrassment when it comes to contract negotiations amongst the owners. Like the owners do not take running backs seriously, despite the running backs being a big focal point amongst the NFL. It seems. But here we go, coming out of halftime. Rams get ball to begin the second half in a tie game, all squared up at 14. So let's see, how can the Rams build off of what they had in the first half? Because right before the half, they had a solid drive going. The issue was they couldn't afford to run the ball because of the amount of timeouts they had and the time on the clock. So now that they had something to build off of right before the half, and they continue this into this start of the second half. As here is the second half kickoff. This is going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. The Rams will begin from the 30. All right, let's see. First play of the second half. Stafford, shotgun, back behind him. Three receivers to the right. And going to look to throw. First play of the half. Quick pass right side to Puka Nacua is caught for a gain of about 3, maybe 4. And I don't hate it. First play of the half. You want to just get some yards, move the chains a bit. I just wish it was a handoff maybe instead. Because, the ground game worked decently well in that final drive of the half. Or you didn't really get a chance to get it working. 2nd and 6. Stafford, shotgun, back behind him, looking to throw once again. Pass right side, going deep for Puka Nacua. And incomplete, they're ruling it. Nearly a great grab over a defender, but 3rd and 6 nonetheless. Yeah, just couldn't hang on as he was going to the ground. Oh, and now there's a flag on the play. Holding on the Rams. That's a drive killer. It's still 2nd down, but definitely not a great situation. So second and 16. Stafford and shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on the 24. Stafford to hand this off to Kyren Williams up the middle. And that's going to get up to about the 31-ish, 32. A really nice pickup on 2nd and long. Sets up a more manageable 3rd down. So that's why I'm like, I wish that they would have just ran the ball earlier in this. Or on that 2nd down play. Just get the ground game working a bit. Because we saw with last week, Jahmyr Gibbs did a great job finally having a good running game against this Vikings defense for just any player. So Stafford, shotgun, back to his right, looking to throw 3rd and 9. Pass time, pass right side, wide open. Did he get his feet in? They're saying he did. Puka Nacua down to the 45-ish yard line. What a grab. Ball was high, but great adjustment, keeping his feet in. Let's see, did he actually? Yeah, that's a great grab. There's 1, there's 2. Against Stephon Gilmore. Puka Nacua still building off of that great season he had his rookie year. The ball now at midfield. Stafford under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left side. Going to hand this off. Kyren Williams up the middle. He gets to just about the 45, 46 and a half more so. 45 and a half more so. So that sets up a 2nd and 5-ish. And already, Puka Nacua having a much bigger impact tonight than I thought he was going to have. Oh, I wasn't even thinking he was going to be playing tonight. I was more so focused on the fact that Kupp was back. Stafford under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. 2nd and 6. And Stafford's going to play action, looking to throw. Pass time, launcher one deep, left side, and overthrown, incomplete. Looking for Puka Nacua again, but Harrison Smith was there, forcing Nacua to play defense. A nice diving swat at the ball. And it's 3rd and 6. And it was open, though. Like, if that's more back shoulder, if that's kind of like a back shoulder, slightly underthrown, versus sideline ball, that's probably caught for a massive gain. Now 3rd and 6, Stafford shotgun, back to his right. 3 receiving options to the right side. Going to send Kupp in motion right to left. Looking to throw, pass left side, going to be overthrown and picked off by Byron Murphy at the 25. Not at all how you wanted this first drive of the half to go. I mean, it was going, run the ball a bit more. Like, it's 2nd and 6. You don't need to take a massive shot. 3rd and 6. Don't need to take a massive shot. make it so you can play it. Make sure you can make a decision on fourth and short, and either try to force Minnesota to go off sides, kick a pretty long field goal. Most kickers this year can hit from this year have shown that they're going to be hitting from long, or just potentially going for it on a really easy, on a pretty easy fourth down situation. Yep, that brings us to a commercial. Just we'll see what the Vikings can do off of that. But again, I don't get the play call in there. Like the run on first down went well, got you 4 yards. Do it again. Get up to a 3rd and 2, 4th and 2 potentially, and then go from there. Either get Minnesota to try and jump off sides, and if you don't, maybe you don't want to call a timeout and you're just gonna punt it anyway. You're still gonna be backing them inside the 20, most likely. Like I don't get the decision to be airing it out like this. Because it's a 3rd and 6. You don't need 15 yards. You need just and plus like with how good Stafford can be in the pocket. I'm shocked he didn't even attempt to kind of move around a bit, buy time, and then eventually hit a more surefire receiver. All right, 1st and 10. Darnold in shotgun, back behind him as well as one to his left. Going to hand this off up the middle for the first play of their drive in this half, and that's going to get up to about the 31-ish. Again, for the fact even though like I could play quarterback and I do love a great passing game, just the importance of the ground cannot be overstated. And I feel like the Rams did on that last drive. Darnold, play action, going to quick dump off left side screenplay for Aaron Jones. Plenty of room to run. Good blocking down the field. Going to get past the 40 to about the 44. And I just feel like, yeah, especially if you're getting about 3.5, 4 yards a carry, I think you're fine just sticking to it for like another play or so and just setting up easier situations. Because you definitely have a better play call on a 3rd and 2 compared to a 3rd and 6. And then you have more options on a 4th and 2 compared to a 4th and 6 or an interception. Handoff up the middle once again, going to gain about 2 yards. To Aaron Jones once again. Christian Darrisaw is officially ruled out with a knee injury. Oh man, oh man. Nice. Darnold under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. Gonna send Justin Jefferson in motion. Left to right, looking to throw. Quick pass, wide open, going to be caught. And that's Jordan Addison going to fight his way. Did he get the first? Gonna depend on the spot. It's close, but I think that's a first down. Yep, first down with 10 minutes to play in the quarter. And Jordan, great job from Jordan Addison there. Just look, just hard nose running. So Darnold under center, going to hand this off right side for Aaron Jones and going to pick up about 2. All right, 9 minutes to play in the third. Like, I love Minnesota's use of just the ground game as a whole. Even if it's not working the greatest and only getting about a yard or 2, they're still sticking with it so that way they can build and get the play action going, which is a big part for Sam Darnold in this offense this year. And like Stafford is also a great play action quarterback, so I'm not sure why they're not trying to use it. As Darnold passed over the middle to a wide open Justin Jefferson, gets the first down and more down to the 30. Like the way the Vikings offense is being ran, and not only just today, but this season. I mean, there was a reason they're 5-1, and yeah, part of it's their defense, but the offense has also showed up on multiple occasions. Darnold shotgun back to his left, looking to throw. Pass left side down the field is going to be caught by Justin Jefferson at the 4. What a one-handed grab. They're saying he got his feet in even after bobbling that ball. Oh man. Oh man, Jettas. See, bobble. Oh, it's close. It depends on when you say he got possession. Darnold gonna hand this off left side for Aaron Jones right before they could challenge it or review this. And even with it being a loss of 4, it's a win nonetheless. Because now you make sure that this can't be reviewed. Dude, when did he fully... Okay. If we say he got possession when I think he did, like there, he definitely gets 2 feet in. The question is just when does he get possession of that ball? And does he maintain possession? All right, 2nd and goal, ball on the 8. Darnold, shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the right side. Going to hand this off once again for Aaron Jones along that left side. And going to get up to about the 5. He just stick to the ground game. It works. And even if you don't want to run the ball, there are so many plays that that Stafford is great at that are just mere extensions of the ground. All right, so 3rd and goal, Darnold shotgun back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side. Looking to throw. Gonna pass right side, incomplete. Looking for Justin Jefferson into double coverage. No flags. And that's 4th and goal. Hey, but no, but this time they actually did rule it a catch, and they did not get a chance to review it. If they did, I'm not sure if that stands or not. But either way, with it being ruled a catch, that's one hell of a grab by Justin Jefferson. And the field goal try to give Minnesota a 3-point lead is up and good. Let's see. Yeah, no, that's a grab. I think even to review it, that stands. And Justin Jefferson's a fucking dog. Well, it just depends because depending on when you mark, he has possession. The first time he does, he definitely gets 3 feet in. The question is, does he then lose possession shortly thereafter? And I don't think he does. Like yeah, it was close. I think it stands nonetheless with it being ruled a catch on the field, but it's still a hell of an impressive job by Jefferson. Yeah, there was a bit of a bobble there. That's why it took a little bit for me to be like, was that a catch? Like it definitely he definitely never had the cleanest of possessions, but he had possession nonetheless at some point. Now, I'm just realizing this? When does the World Series start? Isn't that supposed to start soon? I have okay, so it's tomorrow. Okay, I honestly it's the perfect World Series matchup for ESPN. It's the only two teams they give a shit about. I hope they both. Yeah, fair. It goes to a game 7, and game 7 takes like 500 hours for it to end. All right, here comes the kickoff, and it will be down in the end zone for a touchback. The Rams will begin this drive from the 30 for their second drive of the half. One of two active players remaining from the '09 draft class is Matthew Stafford. The other, Thomas Morstead, which makes sense. He's a punter, but all right, Stafford under center and going to hand this off up the middle for Kyron Williams and going to gain a yard and a half, maybe two. Yeah, that's fair. It is again. It's the lesser of two evils. It feels for this World Series. But to be fair, that's also how the lot of Super Bowls of recent years has felt. Yeah, that's kind of how the NBA Finals last year felt. Stafford shotgun back to his right, going to play action, looking to throw. Has plenty of time. And just going to throw it over the middle and caught for a gain of 8 by Colby Parkinson for a first down. Mess of a play design there, but it works nonetheless. Yeah, well, to be fair, like Mahomes' his first one and kind of his second one as well. I kind of didn't mind them winning. It's more so the fact that like it's been 4 in 5 years that he's been to. Like, come on. Stafford play action and going to attempt a dump off left side screenplay incomplete. Like when it was actually no when it was Chiefs Bucks. I'm pretty sure I was rooting for Tampa in that one because I wanted it to be the case where Brady wins a ring in Tampa and thus his Patriots tenure kind of gets forgotten about. The same way that Peyton Manning's Colts tenure kind of gets forgotten about because of his ring in Denver. Like I thought it would be funny if that was the case. Yeah, that was the COVID Super Bowl, so it would have been 21. Stafford looking to throw for his second and 10, gonna pass right side and caught by Tutu Atwell. Beautifully placed ball, and the Rams move the ball up to the plus 43. Yeah, because the Super Bowl in 2020, that was right before COVID hit, and that was in Miami, and I went down to the convention center for that one where they had the whole Super Bowl experience, and that was a fun experience to do. All right, Stafford under center, back behind him, 1st and 10 from about the 41. Going to play action, looking to throw. Has some good time. Pass it one deep. Left side has a man, but just underthrown, incomplete. 2-2 Adwell had a step, but the ball was just underthrown for Byron Murphy. I mean, yeah, it's been a minute since I've seen Atwell make plays. I mean, that's the correct read. Just got to get him more out there towards the end zone. That ball, if that ball is placed like a yard or two into the end zone, that's a touchdown. And Stafford knows it. Like that's oh man. Stafford shotgun back to his right, 2nd and 10, and flags pre-snap gonna be false start on the Rams. Man, oh man. Yep, false start. So 2nd and 15, 4:04 to play in this quarter. Don't need to do a whole lot. Like you only down by 3. At least like, you gotta at least get in the field goal range. Stafford looking to throw in 2nd and 15. Has time, gonna launch one over the middle to a wide open Puka Nakua for a first down, and brought down at about the 27. There we go. Okay, there was a time right before AB left for Oakland where Juju Smith-Schuster was looked at a legit receiver in the NFL. And then there was like a year span where Chase Claypool was looked the same way until Juju left for KC. Like crazy. All right, Stafford gonna hand this one off to Kyron Williams and gain about 2 on the play. It's like Juju, not even Claypool anymore, but Juju. I want to say either Torrey Holt or Bruce, or not Bruce Irvin, Isaac Bruce. I know both of them left St. Louis at roughly the same time. Can't remember which one had a better final year outside of St. Louis. By the way, those two are still hell of receivers, unlike Juju, obviously. So maybe not the best comparison. Stafford shotgun, back to his left. Going to look to throw in 2nd and 8. Pass right side, going for it all. And it's caught for a touchdown, flag on a play, most likely DPI. Beautifully placed ball by Matthew Stafford. The Rams take the lead, obviously pending the penalty. They picked it up quickly, it seems. Yeah, that's a standing touchdown. Demarcus Robinson, and yep, it's DPI on Minnesota, so will be declined. What a throw. Yeah, cause I know Holt went to Jacksonville and Isaac Bruce went to New Orleans, I want to say. I just don't remember which one had a better final year in the league. I want to say it was Torrey Holt. In part because those Jacksonville teams were relatively solid by the time he got there. But still, I think even during their time to St. Louis though, Isaac Bruce was seen as the receiver one. The extra point is up and good. So 4-point lead for Los Angeles. Yeah, that makes sense that he wouldn't have. Let me just like at the same time, like trying to make the comparison to like when AB left. The issue with that comparison, though, trying to make it to like either Isaac Bruce or Torrey Holt is They both left St. Louis at like the same exact time. One didn't stay there for necessarily too many more years after the other one left. Because I want to say Torrey Holt was in Jacksonville in 06 or 07. And then Isaac Bruce, I believe, was in New Orleans like 05 or 06. I could be off in those years, but I know like it is like a relatively similar time frame compared to like when their post St. Louis tenure. Oh, okay. Isaac Bruce was in San Francisco. That's what he was for 2 years. Yeah, decent. 08, 09. And then Torrey Holt was in Jacksonville 09. So the 08 season would be the year then. And yeah, Torrey Holt didn't do a whole lot in St. Louis without Isaac Bruce there, but it's still a decent season. And then both their 09 seasons, yeah, Torrey Holt's the better one. Do you feel like when again like the 09 seasons, focus on the 09 season for both San Francisco and Jacksonville. Like Jacksonville was the tough part with Jacksonville for that season is the Colts were there and they ended up but the Colts had a really fucking good season that season. Basically. So that's the issue with the whole like Torrey Holt's production in Jacksonville isn't that great. Well, he played in a tough ass division in 09. And then San Francisco, I mean, what the I can actually check. I don't even remember. Let me pull up Excel. I can see what teams from 09. Yeah, like the 09 season for the NFC West was not good. Both Seattle and St. Louis were near the bottom of the league that year. And Isaac Bruce still didn't have that great of a season. Whereas none of the AFC South were under 6 wins. Kickoff underway, going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Yeah, and to be like 08 through 2012 are also just weird years in general for the NFL. I mean, you go from the Saints winning the 08-09 season, Steelers 09-10, 11-12 was the Packers, and then you have the Ravens in 12-13. Toss right side for Aaron Jones, going to get about 5 on the play. Yeah. It was like that 4-year stretch, really solid stretch in the NFL. Bobby did end up missing. Oh no, I'm dumb. Yeah, because you have the Giants winning in 10-11 season, and then 11-12 is when the Packers win. That's what it is. All right, Darnold under center, back behind him, 2nd and 5. 3 receiving options to the left. Gonna play action, look to throw, stepping up, and going to dump it off over the middle for a first down and a gain of about 10 up to the 45. All right, just under a minute and a half to play in this third quarter. Yeah, well, that makes sense. Darnold under center, back behind him, going to toss this right side for Aaron Jones. And going to work his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Bro, Zach Mettenberger. He was I don't think he was drafted by the Titans, but at least I remember him most for Tennessee. No, he was. Dak Mettenberger, over 10 in his NFL career. Jeez, 12 touchdowns to 14 interceptions. All right, Darnold looking to throw, 2nd and 10, going to pass this over the middle, and it's caught past midfield up to about the 48-49. So a gain of 6, 7-ish. And that was some reason it's not showing up here. All right, Darnold shotgun back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. And that brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. I mean, yes, but at the same time, kind of. I mean, 2014-15 Tennessee had some solid talent on those rosters. So, like, yeah, it's not entirely his fault, but at the same time, like, come on, you had prime. Like, okay, so I'm saying prime DeMarco. Oh no, did DeMarco Murray get there in 15 or did he get there in 16? He got there in 16. Okay, so that knows my point. You're looking to say, like, you had a very solid DeMarco Murray season in 15, but no, it was 16. He had that. Yeah, I guess the Titans. Well, the fifth. What was it? No, it was the 14 Titans led up to getting Mariota for the 15 Titans, right? Or is it 15 led up to 16? I don't remember. Yeah, because it was the 2015 draft class, so that would have been 2014-15 season that led up to get in Mariota for the 15-16 season. I don't know. To be fair, when it comes to Mettenberger, I am just more shocked that he only spent 2 years in the league, especially when Tim Boyle has spent way more than that and is a worse quarterback. Like I feel like if Mettenberger was entering the league now, he would have a much longer career. Well, what you had Nate Washington, but then I'm saying that if Nate Washington's your leading receiver, yeah, that's not a great. Didn't it have like old ass Andre Johnson on the 14 team, or am I thinking the 13 team? No, it was the 16 team as well. What the? Yeah, the 2016 Titans, that's some solid talent, huh? I mean, older talent, but some solid talent. Okay, that is crazy though. Andre Johnson spent the final 2 years of his career in Indianapolis, then Tennessee. All right, the start of the 4th quarter. Vikings have the ball past midfield. 15 minutes to play to decide this one. I know the six. That's I know. I get confused between the 16 and 15 Titans. Okay. Darnold looking to throw for 3rd and 3. Pass right side has a man open, and that's going to. The Saints going to be caught by Aaron Jones inside the 25 to the 23. Well, no, it's also because I know that the Titans in the mid 2010s had at least had some a had at least one season of like an old of had some like final years of old wash players. I just can't remember if they were all 2016 or spread out throughout the mid 2010s. And it seemed like it was all 2016 for some reason. Why? I had no idea why. Although Delaney Walker was there since like 2013, I want to say, or 2012. And Darnold unable to get the snap off in time before the delay of game. I know, saying they got a timeout off in time beforehand. So the Vikings called their first timeout. Watch me about to look up Delaney Walker, and they'd be like, "Oh, he arrived in Tennessee in 2016." I would fuck my phone on my bed. My phone in my bed. No, yeah, he got into Tennessee in 2013. So he at least had a solid receiving option in 20. Like, yeah, Delaney Walker made a Pro Bowl in 2015. Like, come on. No, I did not realize Delaney Walker had that big of a fall off. What the? QBs have been drafted into the NFL, so I guess I can't complain. Yeah, it was what it was. Maddenberger, obviously Burrow, and now I remember the other. Darnold and shotgun, back behind him, first and 10, handoff to Aaron Jones, going to get to about the 19. Like LSU quarterback. I don't know. He did not play for LSU. Whenever I think LSU quarterbacks of like the late 2010s, I think of Bryce Petty. He did not play for LSU. I don't know why he comes to mind. It's just like he did not play in LSU. Why am I thinking of him? Oh yeah, Danny Edling. That's who I was confusing with Bryce Petty. Darnold shotgun back to his right, 2nd and 6. Going to hand off up the middle for Aaron Jones once again, and going to be a gain of about 3-ish. Where did Bryce Petty go to school? Was he Penn State? Is that what it is? No, he went to Baylor. He also was in college around the same time as Vandenberg. I don't know why the fuck I thought he was more so late 2010. Darnold looking to throw 3rd and 4. Going to step up with room to run. A pass over the middle is incomplete. Should have just taken it yourself, Darnold. You had the room. Like, he had the room to run it himself. I'm not sure why he didn't just take it and get the first. Instead, he tried a weird crossbody throw. Like, step up. Like, it feels like he could have taken it there. Instead, he tries to. I mean, it was open. It would have been the first, definitely. And it was an accurate throw. But it was just a weird chance there to throw that one. All right, the field goal tried to make it a 1-point game is up and good. One-point game. Just about 12-ish minutes to play, I want to say. I have no idea. I'm just going to look up. We're going to find the missing years. Looking through just the actual list. Just show you if there's that. So after Medenberger, Edling's the next one at 2018. Then it's not till Burrow in 2020. There's probably the one in between Edling and Medenberger that didn't get drafted. Unless Edling started like as soon as Medenberger left. But that's still like that's about 4 years in between. Maybe. In 15, 18. He did? Okay, so yeah, then maybe not then. Because yeah, Burrow definitely played in the 19 season. Or yeah, 19-20 season, but I'm pretty sure also played in the 18-19 season. Yeah, no, it was Burrow after Elding then as well. Because in the 18-19 season, that's when y'all played us UCF, and Burrow took that big hit that kind of like started everything in the bowl game. So yeah, it's been a good run since Mendenberger. I don't think y'all can keep it up though. Right back from commercial. I realized I even moved the timeout from the Rams. There it goes. The Vikings who have 2 timeouts remaining. All right, kickoff underway, and that's going to be out the back of the end zone for a touchback. I would hope it's another year because I mean, like, LSU as a whole is solid, but he has some room to work. I could definitely use another year. All right, 1st and 10 from the 30, up by 1. Stafford under center, back behind him, and flag on the play pre-snap. 12 men on the field on Minnesota. Oof. Yeah, could a loss today be the start? Could it be the start of Minnesota realizing that, hey, we are indeed Minnesota? I mean, look at Cam Rising. He has another year of eligibility. He might be playing year 9 of college football. Like, what? Stafford under center, 1st and 5, play action, looking to throw. Has time, gonna dump it off left side to Blake Corum for a 1st down and more, up to about the 44-yard line. Yeah, that was good coverage down the field, but just missed the flat. All right, under center once again. Back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Going to play action, looking to throw. Rolling to his left and going to pass downfield. Has a man for a 1st down and more to about the plus 38-ish. And the Rams are moving. See, like, this is what I was talking about earlier. You get the play action game involved with Matthew Stafford. You're gonna be in a much better situation offensively moving the ball down the field. Stafford under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Going to hand this off right side for Blake Corum. That's going to be a gain of about 2. I mean, yeah, he's winning y'all games, but I know a lot people expect more flash, if that makes sense. Is it the same reason why JJ McCarthy got a lot of hate, even though Michigan was winning games? Is because he was just being a game manager, and people for some reason have this negative demeanor whenever around the term game manager. Play action, looking to throw. Stafford with Tom, gonna pass this left side for Kyron Williams on a dump off, who's going to get about 7, maybe 8. Yeah, that is all true. I mean, yeah, the future is bright in LSU, and this season being, I mean, would you say this season is above expectations for LSU? I mean, it has been a damn good season. 3rd and 1, Stafford under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right side, handoff up the middle for Kyron Williams, and trying to push the pile. And I think we're going to mark forward progress down just shy of the first. So under 10 minutes to play, a 4th and inch is coming up. Yes, I don't really. Who do y'all play this weekend? This weekend, I know game day is going to Indiana, so I know who they're playing. Like they play. Fuck, do I know who they're playing? Do they play like Ohio State or some shit? No, that does not sound right anymore. I don't remember. All right, 4th and inches. Stafford under center, back behind him. Going to hand this off once again. Right side, Kyron Williams, and he's going to get 4 on the play for a first down. Hell of a run. Oh shit! The Notre Dame Navy game is this week. Why the fuck is game day not there? Oh, y'all play A&M this week. Why is game day not there? What? Why is game day at Indiana, Washington? What? Stafford under center, back behind him. 1st and 10 from the 26. Going to hand this off right side for Kyron Williams, and he gets laid out behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1. What made game day want to pick Indiana, Washington of all the games? Because I mean, like that Notre Dame Navy game looks really fucking good this week, and then obviously LSU A&M is also gonna be a great game. Like why Indiana? Stafford shotgun back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Going to look to throw. Gonna launch one deep. Left side, and it's flag on the play, but ruling it incomplete. Looking for Kupp with the flag down on the play. Oh yeah, but LSU at night. LSU at night is the thing of horror stories, it seems. Horror stories. Make sure I pronunciate that correctly. DPI is the penalty on Byron Murphy, and yeah, he grabbed a little bit of Kupp's arm. I feel like game day is going to Indiana in part because they saw the success of how it was at Cal and wanted to try another new area. But like, come on, LSU A&M. That sounds like a much better game day spot this week. I mean, I don't fully care. I have it on in the background while I have my Dunkin' to begin the day. Stafford under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side, ball in the 16. Going to hand this off to Kyron Williams up the middle, and he is met by Harrison Smith in the backfield for a loss of 2. Oh, it's at college. I mean, yeah, maybe that's why. Oh, yeah, that is why. Okay. I thought it was at Death Valley. No, it was at College Station, and yeah, they went there week 1. So they don't want to go back there just yet, I think. That's probably the reasoning. And also, Indiana has had a surprisingly good season this year. I mean, they're 7-0. I still think they should have gone to Navy Notre Dame. Handoff right side for Kyron Williams. Great ball carrier vision in the backfield. Finding the lane, going to pick up about 7-ish up to the 10-ish yard line. Still a 3rd down coming up, but under 7 minutes to play. Yeah, ball on the 10, 3rd and 4. Yeah, gain of 7. Stafford, shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Play clock winding down. 5, 4. Need to get the snap off. They do. Looking to throw. Stafford, time. Right side, wide open. Touchdown. Demarcus Robinson once again. The Rams extend their lead. The extra point to make it an 8-point game. As oh man, the Rams playing really well tonight. That's a oh man, that's a beautiful double move, and then a beautiful pass. Oh, it's beautiful. Just a nice simple post corner, wide open. Oh yeah, I do think that is true as well. They don't. I mean, it depends on the quality of game, but yeah, they don't typically like to do a lot of night games. Is is uh is A&M LSU on ABC this week? The extra point is up and good. What channel is that on? I would imagine it is. That's I know it could. Oh wait, because it could be. I'm trying to think what game Herb Street's doing this week. I feel like it would be A&M LSU. $6:30 ABC. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I don't know because typically game day also prefers going to games where Herb Street's the one calling the game there. That way, it's an easier trip for him, and he doesn't have to do what he did last week with leaving the set early. So that's why, like, if that's the game he's calling this week, I'm shocked he's not there because you would have to then go. I mean, it's not that far of a flight, Indiana to College Station, so maybe that's why. Oh, it's an ESPN Plus game. No shot. LSU A&M's an ESPN Plus exclusive. Why do I not believe that? Maybe because that should not be the case. It's on both. Okay, good, good. Oh, but still, yeah, Herbie. Yeah, he could. Yeah, he's either gonna be calling LSU A&M. Wouldn't call FSU Miami with that said. Yeah, that's probably the game he's calling then. Interesting. Yeah, so I'm definitely shocked then about the fact that they're not at College Station. But again, I guess Indiana to College Station isn't that bad. It isn't that long of a flight. Plus, they did show last week that they can just have Herb Street appear from the plane to make his picks. So, whatever. Oh, I just realized something. I have a friend who goes to Indiana. I'm gonna see if I can spot him on game day. I'm gonna text him tomorrow to make sure he's even gonna try to be on game day. That's that's a better thing. If I spot him on game day, that would be legendary. We have next week Thursday Night Football. The Texans play the Jets. I mean, that could either be a great game or it could be not. Right, the Rams up by 8. The Vikings about to get the ball back. Here's the kickoff, and it will be down in the end zone for a touchback. Texans far to see. I'm kind of waiting for game day to come over here. I would love to try to be on game day. It would depend who the matchup is and how I feel that week, but keep it here with how UCF's been playing recently. I don't think game day's ever coming here during my time. And I don't know. Illinois beat Michigan last week. Illinois is playing well this season. Darnold under center, back behind him. Going to play action, looking to throw. Has time, going to pass it right side to a wide open receiver for the first down and a bunch more. Past midfield, finally stepping out of bounds. Right around the 46, 45, somewhere around there. I mean, and plus that game's in Illinois, isn't it? Yeah, who knows? That could be a sleeper game. especially with Oregon coming up. Wait, right, get right. The Oregon Ohio State game was last week, so coming off of that chaos as well. Darnold under center, going to hand this off up the middle for Aaron Jones on first down. Going to get about 2.5, maybe 3, up to about the plus 42. I would love it if we somehow beat BYU. It's our homecoming game. Hopefully we can. We're also, but it's great. It's homecoming, which I don't fully care about, to be honest. The main thing I'm more excited about is the throwback unis. Darnold looking to throw in 2nd and 8, and he is stacked. Massive loss of yards. Back near the 40. The opposite 40. And yeah, UCF rocking some throwbacks this week. They look fire. Yeah, like tomorrow's when all the like festivities. I think tonight they're doing fireworks actually. But tomorrow is when they do the whole like homecoming festivities. I just don't care. I don't feel like running into a pond to catch a rubber duck. Like that's the those spirit splash and all that whatever. I'm just excited for the game. I ain't going, but I'm excited. Darnold shotgun back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. Dropping back, looking to throw. 3rd and 23. Pass left side, incomplete. No one open. Off target throw. And the Vikings forced to punt. But obviously, like the bigger game as well for UCF is next week anyway. When we have a space game against Arizona, I will be going to that. Like what's the space game? The space uniforms look good this year. Yeah, it should be a good Saturday. I'm excited to have like an Octo box on for all the games. All right, punt comes off clean. Going to be fair caught at about the 18. I don't really have a. I mean, I'll definitely tune in to Notre Dame Navy. I'll definitely tune in to Illinois Oregon probably. I'll probably have A&M Texas when that LSU A&M when that game's on. I'll probably have the FSU Miami game on when that's on. Tomorrow, there are 2 nice games tomorrow night. Boise State UNLV and then Rutgers SC. Like those 2 games could be nice. Oh yeah, Bama Mizzou as well. Big 6 2-point conversion. Hey, Stafford don't throw picks that often. At least not intentionally. Boise State is rocking what they call their ghost uniforms tomorrow. And essentially just all white. But damn does it look clean, and damn is Ashton Jeanty gonna look like a fucking monster in those. There's already the jokes comparing him to Michael Myers with how his stance is up in the backfield before a play. But he's gonna look. Oh, it can be fun to watch. And against UNLV as well, who's been having a sneakily good season for what could be college football playoff hopes on the line. Like, there are 4 games tomorrow, no? I have to know those main 2. Oh, well, yeah, there's technically 4, but Louisville, BC is going to be a good game. Obviously, Boise State, UNLV, and Rutgers, SC. And then there's Yale versus Penn on ESPNU. So, yeah, while you watching Thomas Castellanos playing against Louisville, I'll have Yale versus Penn on in the background. Get a good Ivy League clash. All right, just coming out of the commercial break. The Rams with ball up by 8, a scoring 4:11 to play. Stafford under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. Going to hand this off up the middle for Kyron Williams, and he's going to gain about 3 on the play. Oh, neither do I. It's just funny. Like last week, I was watching the Brown Cornell game. That was a damn good game. And like, Ivy League can have some sneakily fantastic games. All right, 2nd and 8. Stafford under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on about the 21. Going to hand this off right side for Kyron Williams, and he's going to lose about a yard, maybe 2 on the play. Yeah, Princeton like their helmets. I want to watch a little bit more Harvard games, but they're just never on. All right, the Vikings going to call their 2nd timeout. So a big time 3rd down coming up. And we'll see. But Bob Flash, check the score of tonight's games. I'm sure you'll like one of their results. 3rd and 9, Stafford, shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the left side as well. Looking to throw, pump faking, has time. Pass left side, Cooper Kupp caught, 1st down and more. Inside the 45, down to the 47. What a throw, what a catch. Cornell, the one's better. I think I've heard that as well. Although I think Yale's 3-2 this season so far. I guess compared to the rest of the Ivy League, yeah, it makes sense. Great adjustment by Kupp to get in front of the safety. And a big time gain on a big 3rd down. And the Vikings call their final timeout with that. Bro, McCord's first half stats were 4 interceptions on like 50% completion and no touchdowns. Each of Syracuse's first 3 drives were interceptions, 2 of them for pick sixes. Like what? Yeah, but I mean, you can excuse the pit hole. You can excuse the pit thing for tonight. Stafford under center, 1st and 10. 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on the 47. Stafford handoff, left side, Kyron Williams. He's gonna go nowhere. Stonewalled at the line of scrimmage. Yeah, I mean, hey, I will say, Pitt has a much more notable alumni section than Syracuse will ever. And I'm saying that with the fact that both of them have Dolphins legends as alumni. But the thing is, Pitt has Larry Fitzgerald. Syracuse don't. Stafford under center. Going to hand this off right side for Puka Nacua on a jet sweep. And that's going to lose about 3, maybe 2 on the play. And that should be the last play before the 2-minute warning. With a 3rd and a long coming up. So the Vikings can make one more stop. There is a chance. Not a high chance, but a chance. AD. Who are you talking about when you say AD? All I'm thinking is Anthony Davis, and I know for a fact that's not true. Oh yeah. Aaron Donald was from Pitt. Yeah, that's correct. He was like the last really quality player from Pitt. We're at commercial break for the 2-minute warning. Pitt has 3 pick sixes tonight. Jeez. Maybe Aaron Donald, Larry Fitzgerald, Dan Marino. Those are like the 3 most notable Pitt players. Probably I'm missing someone else. And then then Syracuse technically has 2, but like Tom Coughlin is more so known as a coach, and then obviously they have Larry Zonka. Can't think of too many other people who went to Syracuse, and then also have like really good NFL careers in some form. Bearcats suck, so Pitt gets a bye. Yeah, so hey, I'm pretty sure Pitt won a backyard brawl this year. Remember correctly. That game happened like 3-4 weeks ago. Yeah, it feels like it happened 2 months ago. Like last week. Don't even feel like it happened last week. Yep, so that commercial for the 2-minute warning. It will be a 3rd and like 10, 3rd and 11 coming up. Vikings need to make one more stand. You have a shot in this one, down by 8. Honestly, on this next Vikings drive, if there is a next Vikings drive, the ball better not go to anyone but Justin Jefferson. Oh yeah, Pitt's color scheme is nice. I just don't think they utilize it well. But their color scheme now definitely looks a lot better than when like Aaron Donald or Fitzgerald played there. I like the more brighter gold than what they had before. 3rd and 12, Stafford, quick pass left side to Cooper Kupp. Green play trying to get the first and brought down just shy. At about the 47, and he got out of bounds. So the clock stops with 1:53 to play. Yeah, he got out of bounds. He got forced out of bounds. Oh, wow. He got forced out of bounds on a hip drop tackle. And there's no flags, no calls, no anything. So the Rams are forced to punt with 1:53 to play. As the punt's going to be placed perfectly at the 3. So the Vikings need to go 97 yards and get the 2-point conversion. Yeah, the stuff that Pitt's wearing tonight is a typical home unis. What a fucking punt. Holy. That is beautiful. Like, just absolutely beautiful. The gold to the purple, I like the idea of. I would need to see the red on Auburn's in like a mock-up before I make a decision for it. All right, Darnold alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Back to pass. Has time. Passing deep left side, underthrown, incomplete. Looking for Jordan Addison. In Minnesota, needs to go 97 yards and get the 2-point conversion. Oh, there's a flag on the play now. Illegal formation on Minnesota. Penalties declined, though. Okay. So 2nd and 10, 97 yards in a minute 52. It could look good. I do love the idea for the gold on the purple, though. I think that would look really nice. I mean, I would need to see the red in action. Darnold shotgun, back to his right. 3 receiving options to the left, looking to throw. Has time. That time is collapsing, and he is sacked. That's a safety, and that should do it. He had time, but he couldn't feel the pressure from his blind side. And that time quickly expired. Oh, he tried to. What a sack. Guy barely got a hand on that shoulder pad. It's the Detroit hangover. Oh, wait, no, hold on. That angle shows a face mask, and the refs missed it. He got the shoulder pad, but he also got fingers in the face mask. The refs missed it. He got fingers in the face mask. And that's gonna be bad. Oh no, the discourse on that. He got fingers in there. Yeah, he got fingers in the face mask. He got his thumb and 2 fingers. That should have been called. He got shoulder and face. Oh, that's bad. That is bad. That is clear face mask. Oh no, the discourse now of this game. The Vikings still blew it in many, many more ways than that call being missed. But that does not help. And the Rams called their first timeout before this safety punt onside kick bullshit that's about to happen. That's a bad miss. Under 2 minutes, you can't be missing a face mask on that. Just can't. That's a bad miss. I don't think. Let me just say, I do not think that impacts the game. Like, I don't think, like, I still think, even if they called the face mask, I still think the Rams will end up winning this game. Whether it's because of a failed 2-point conversion or some other mistake made on that drive. But you cannot miss that call in this type of moment. Just can't. All right, here's the safety punt. It's going to be, again, this weird onside style for it. And it's going to be caught by the Rams. 1:36 to play. Yeah, it's a bad mistake. All right, so now we just need 3 Three kneel downs from Matthew Stafford. Hey, this is a big time win for the Rams. Like they played this game really well. This is a big time win for them. And honestly, with this win, I don't think they're sellers anymore. I think they just stay put and try to go again next season. And try to make something out of this year. I don't think they're sellers anymore. Like if they lose this, yeah, they're sellers at the deadline. Not with this win anymore. Like this win saved them from being sellers. They still might be like conservative sellers in the sense that they don't. It was like a minor piece. They might. They play at Seattle next week, and then they play Miami. Yeah, our game against the Rams is Monday Night Football. That's gonna be. Oh fuck, that's gonna be a bad. All right, there's the second knee down, and I'm just waiting for one more, and that will officially do it for this one. But a 10-point win for the Rams. Hell of a win. And there's the final knee down. Hell of a game. And hey, I knew this was gonna be a good game tonight. This turned out better than I expected. A nice upset to kick off week 8. Thank you all for tuning in. Really appreciated. Yeah, now Detroit. If Detroit just does their thing against Tennessee, they are sitting alone on top of the NFC North. I will be back on Sunday though, at the same time as that Detroit Tennessee game's going on. I'll be back for the Dolphins Cardinals game at 1 p.m. on Sunday. So I hope to see you all back there. Thank you all for tuning in. I'll see you all next time. Have yourselves a damn good one. Peace.